With the first pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Victor Wembanyama from Nanterre, France.
The predictability of Victor Wembanyama going first overall in the NBA Draft was pretty foreseen. But I don't think anybody saw Chris Paul being traded to the Washington Wizards for Bradley Beal. And that's when I knew we were in for one of the craziest off seasons of all time, which might lead us into the most unpredictable yet most historical NBA season of all time.
I got a ridiculous whip, I got a ridiculous wrist, I got a ridiculous bitch. My eyes they sit because I'm rich. No, there's no way you ball like this. I shoot my shot, shit gon' switch. Don't care about no thought, ain't missing no bitch. Niggas they funny, ridiculous.
What's going on, everybody? Chris from The Collective here, and today I'm just going to talk about the NBA a little bit. We usually have the podcast for this, but I figured it was really nice to just sit back, watch some highlights, and go through what I think so far. Now, Victor Wembanyama, he played in his first Summer League game yesterday, and he didn't disappoint. Again, his offense is going to take some serious work, and we're going to see that. His jumper, it will translate to the NBA, trust me. The man is 7'3". You know he's going to space the floor. His handle was looking pretty good, and I was excited. Other draft takeaways, Charlotte went with Brandon Miller, second overall in the draft over Scoot Henderson, third. And I think Scoot played really well in his first Summer League game. He did injure his shoulder, but I don't expect it to be too bad. But with those being the top 3 picks in the NBA draft, I honestly think Charlotte chose for a need, and Portland's trying to prepare for Dame's departure. I'll get into Dame's departure in just a few minutes, but before that, I just want to go through some free agency news and talk about some of the important signings that we've seen. Again, I'll start with my hometown Celtics, who made a big move when they traded Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies in a 3-team deal for Kristaps Porzingis. And as a Celtics fan, I'm happy to see this happen because I'm on the chase for 18. We haven't won a championship since 2008. I was 10 years old then. I'm chasing this feeling of getting a championship again. Marcus Smart was on the team since 2014, and I think his time was up. Don't get me wrong, I loved everything he did, but I hated most of it as well. But that's just a Marcus Smart experience, to be honest with you. Kristaps Porzingis is going to fit really well with the Boston Celtics system. The pick and pop with him and Tatum is going to go crazy. Now, some other key signings in free agency is the Lakers pretty much retained everybody. Did get some extra players as well that no one really saw them getting. Gabe Vincent being one of them, Cam Reddish another. Now again, the Lakers are absolutely chasing their title. LeBron's going to be 40 in a year. I know he's just waiting until his son joins the NBA at this point. The Warriors retained Draymond Green. I think that was super important for making Steph Curry happy and keeping Steph Curry happy. Again, they did trade Jordan Poole to the Wizards. Ended up getting Chris Paul out of that deal. So Chris Paul ended up finding his way from the Suns to the Wizards and now the Warriors, which is crazy to see because you'd think he was a rival of them for so long, and now he's playing aside Steph Curry, which is going to be awesome to see as an NBA fan, in my opinion. I like what the Mavs did. They re-signed Kyrie Irving, and I think that was the main purpose of their offseason. Don't forget about their signing of Seth Curry, who can definitely spread the floor for Luka and Kyrie. But on the defensive end, Grant Williams traded from the Boston Celtics, and I don't think anybody expected the Celtics to get so little back for that. But again, they need to clear some cap, and I understand why they did. But what that gives the Mavs is someone who can shoot the ball, but also defend on the other end, and that's what the Mavs really struggled with last year. Now, last but not least, I just want to quickly get into the Dame situation. This man said heat or bust, and in my opinion, that's a lame way of doing it. Other players have done that, but this is just... it's not the way to go about it so soon. He changed his mind so much about staying, whether they wanted to put the right pieces around him and stuff like that. He signed this deal through 2027, and I really just think that Portland doesn't have to owe it to them because the Heat have no assets right now, like legit no assets to give up, especially if Portland's not interested in Tyler Hero. I think the worst fact of them all is that Dame won't report to training camp to whatever team trades him besides the Heat. But again, that's what happens in this new NBA, and I think it's going to be changing very soon with the new CBA coming up. The new CBA is going to be pretty crazy. I'm not going to go into it now, but stay tuned when I make a video in a few weeks about the CBA, going into all details, in-season tourneys, new rules, money, all that shit. But again, this has been Chris. I appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.